Gojira, Fortitude. French metal is killer. I've never been to France, have always wanted to go, and if I do get to go, I truly hope to hear music like this blasting everywhere just to match my imagination of how great it is over there.
Calling Gojira a mainstay in metal right now is an understatement, and over the past few years, the band has finally received the respect in the United States. Fortitude, the band's 7th full album, comes after a lengthy distance since 2016's Magma. But after endless praise, constant touring, and 2020 ruining everything, Gojira are finally back and are coming out swinging.
Gojira have always scratched a certain itch that many other metal bands cannot reach. It's that intense delivery combined with unique melodies. Whether through progressive albums or just heavy tracks, Gojira delivers in multiple ways, especially live. One time I shot Gojira and their guitarist Christian was accidentally immolated live on stage. He just poured water on himself and kept playing. Tough man.
In an interview with Kerrang, Joe Duplantier said, "Fortitude is what we need to display. It's what we need to embrace. It's what we need to be in a world where everything is uncertain, even the near future. We have promoted compassion versus competition and love versus hate. The point of Fortitude is to inspire people to be the best version of themselves and to be strong no matter what."
Joe also said that while their previous album Magma was much bleaker and darker in tone about isolation and despair, Fortitude is about tenacity and pushing forward. I like that the band was able to look at their previous work and intentionally make something with a different feeling, proving they don't want to make the same album repeatedly. We need more bands like this in rock and metal.
The first new songs we received in years from Gojira was Another World back in August of 2020, before the announcement of any album. This song blew me away. The main guitar riffs from Christian and Joe are the best, and the groove and shout in Another World sticks with you. The instrumental section of the song is something that Gojira has excelled with over the years, and the fade out is the perfect conclusion on this track. Get used to that because there's more of them. After the album announcement in February of this year, we received the album opener Born for One Thing. This is a great opening track, and again, Joe's delivery is strong. It's the right hook softly layered on a ton of rhythm. The drum work from Mario is ferocious as expected. This has just the right number of changes to keep you drawn in and wanting more. Fantastic kickoff track. Amazonia then came next with a planned charity drive to support Brazilian indigenous rights, and I think this might be my favorite song on Fortitude. Including indigenous folk instruments from the Amazon, there are serious Sepultura vibes in this song, and the thick, lush groove could go on for 10 minutes and I'd still love it. This track is an experience and worth listening to. Into the Storm then came as an anthem which could be a big live staple in future concerts when the world reopens. The ominous opening leading to heavy percussion is going to set a pit into a frenzy. The verses are steady and the song follows a more traditional format, but the high point is the heavy, fast drumming. It really clicks here.
The singles worked for different reasons, and each one delivered in making me want to hear more from Fortitude. Each one felt distinct from each other while showing off all the reasons why Gojira is so beloved in metal. It was a long wait between albums, but some songs like Amazonia make it worth the wait.
Hold On represents that idea of perseverance from the album theme. The song gives a soundtrack vibe, and the steady guitar progression to carry the song flows well. The track shifts gears at around 2 minutes, and then the energy hits hard after such a great build-up. Christian shines here. Newfound, the longest track on the album, is heavy. This is the song you blast to horrify your new neighbors. It's just a hair under being chaotic in the sequence changing from verse to chorus, but it still connects and the chorus feels enormous with a lot of impact. After the title track working as a makeshift interlude, we get the chant. The actual chant that started from the title track continues, and it's this breathing, living motion leading into heavy bass. This is that type of tenacity you need when at rock bottom and you have to crawl out at any means necessary. That idea comes out clear in the track. Instrumentally, this is methodical and excellent. Sphynx features more guitar skills fit with the excellent groove, and I swear the change-ups on Fortitude deliver throughout the entire album. When Joe gives a death growl, I swear it'll unnerve just about anyone. It picks the speed back up a little after the chant, which I feel makes a good progression through the album. The trails come after Into the Storm with a good guitar and bass combo. Joe sounds fate and foreboding. This is probably the steadiest track on Fortitude with the speed and energy given. The quieter moments add just a bit of atmosphere that helps build up to a finale. And the final track, Grind, has the wild, chaotic insanity right out of the gate. Thunderous first half, while the second half plays out into an open-ended fade, giving off a feeling of empowerment and focus as you move forward. It's a great closing chapter on a heavy, technically sound album.
I really enjoy this album, and Gojira proves that an album 2 years in the making was worth the time invested. I can't say where I'd rank Fortitude off the top of my head in Gojira's discography, but this definitely sits high in great metal albums in recent memory. My only minor nitpick is that I do wish the vocal track from Joe was a touch louder at moments, as his voice naturally blends in with the low heavy riffs and bass, But that is definitely a nitpick, as this does not take away from being engulfed in the music. If you have been looking for heavy music, or if you haven't listened to Gojira in a while, or you were intrigued by any of the singles, do yourself a favor and check this out.
Overall, Fortitude relishes in a groove-heavy sound that further proves what the Frenchmen are capable of. This album feels gargantuan at times, and instead of feeling overwhelmed, you are begging for more as you become encompassed in amazing riffs and percussion. While the world is finally reopening, Gojira gives us the reinforcing fortitude to move on in this new world. What did you think of Fortitude? Leave a comment and let everyone know. Big thanks to my patrons and a special thanks to Brandon Barenfeld, Chris Doman, McKenna White, and Dom Noble. You can have a say in upcoming videos and see videos early by supporting Rocked on Patreon. Please click on the link in the video description for more info. Please subscribe and ring the bell to get notified on upcoming videos. You can check out my concert photography on Instagram, and you can keep up to date with Rocked on Facebook and Twitter.